Hi, this is Tracy, and I'm here to review the three pieces of open source software that I selected. The first one I went to immediately was the GIMP software, which is, as you can see, looks very much like Photoshop with the layering and the using the different features over here. Um, Now, I noticed that the icons were different. They looked different than what I'm used to. So it would take for me some learning, or relearning what these represent. There's a feature called scissors here that I did not like. You basically are supposed to be able to point uh, and do a little circle around it, um, and then click in the middle, and then have it all go away. But it didn't work, and even when I went to forums online, I couldn't find the answer. Um, with these, the thing I've noticed with free or open source is a lack of information that comes. You don't come with a package of troubleshooting. You have to kind of go look for it. Now, sometimes they have on user manuals basic stuff. They don't always have pictures, and a lot of times they are. Seems like they're addressing them to very tech savvy people and not necessarily people who are still learning. So I thought, I thought it would do the job, but it would take some training. And that's my question: is how do you, um, if you're going to use something like this, how do you make it to where it's easy for everyone should problems arise? Do you provide extra training and say, well, we really don't have a user manual with pictures and whatnot, but we'll show you how to get through this? Or do you create your own everything, tutorials and training and that and such? So that's my question. How do you use this on a bigger scale and get other people to understand it and willing to sort of tinker around with it and get it to work for you? Um, the other one that I worked on that I looked at was LibreOffice. But back to GIMP though, I just want to say one more thing. It is, if it's free, and considering Photoshop is thousands of dollars, this will do the trick. I would get Photoshop maybe for just a group of photo editing class or something where they would be doing more sophisticated work. But overall, for just putting it, installing in the computer, this is great. Um, so I think it's a real good alternative. Back to, okay, so we're at LibreOffice, and very easy. I mean, I did not see anything in any of in the word processor, in the drawing features, the software for Excel spreadsheet, everything. I knew what to do with all the symbols. I've already, it was very user friendly. The PowerPoint, simple, easy. Um, it'll do the job for the students. And I use my own presentation software, so there are all kinds of creative ones you can download on your own. But if for a basic installation in a computer, for every student, this would work just fine. And the other one, and again, something that's popular, does have help, have information, easy to find. The one that I found, another one I picked was Burn, and it's so you can burn your audio, video DVDs and CDs onto another CD or your music. So basically, you just would title it. You put the titles from iTunes in there and select Burn, and you can get them on a CD or DVD. I picked this one trying to figure out. I had to leave a lot in the dust because I couldn't figure out how to download them. It was very frustrating. That's another thing I found out. My experience was lots of acronyms and MP4XV73s in there that I really had a hard time trying to understand, just simply trying to download some of this software. This one was very easy. It had a good help with pictures and colors, and I like that. It worked for me. It seemed more user friendly. So, how would I use it in a classroom? I have teachers that we don't all have the same ancillaries, so it's good to be able to make copies of a textbook, on a CD or a teacher version of a textbook on a CD and we can share it that way, that I would burn it for that purpose. So that's basically my overall review. I again, wonder with these, they just don't seem to have a sophisticated of manuals. And whenever I needed to go look and see this one, with exception of LibreOffice, it was a tough trying to find stuff that I understood, that was real basic and applies to the masses and not just to tech people. But I think the two big ones would work really well: the LibreOffice and the GIMP Photoshop software. So thank you for listening.